I gotta like write everything out with the chords. That's the cool thing about being on the radio, though, is that like I can actually like I can have this in front of me and actually use the cheat sheet, and nobody's gonna know except for the guy in the studio. I was gonna say the same shit in different piles, but
it's radio.
Well, like just in general, I was gonna write that in the song, but then I was like, nah, I can't say shit in my album.
Oh.
Although I do say asshole in one of my songs.
Yeah.
It's almost gig time.
Where are you going?
We're going to KKCR in Honolulu, which is actually in Principal, but they say Honolulu.
What is it, more hip to be in Honolulu?
Way more hip to be in Honolulu. Way more hip. Earth Day 2012. When you think about it, like, you're realizing that tons and tons of people can hear you, but the bottom line is you're still sitting in a quiet room with like only 2 other people. So like it's not that bad when you do it, if you just ignore the fact that like thousands of other people could possibly be listening. We're going in.
Oh, you don't need to wear your seatbelt.
Oh yes, you do. You should see this road.
Oh really? This isn't your average radio studio. This is freaking awesome. Is it in that wood shed?
It's no. Close though. Should I park in there?
Yeah, come right in.
How you doing? I feel weird filming everybody, but I guess that's my job.
Joining us live in studio this evening, Jul3ia Richard. Welcome.
Thanks, Steven. It's great to be here.
Really good to have you in the studio.
Yeah, great to be here.
Heard incredible things about your music. You're relatively new on the islands.
Yeah, I've been here for about a year so far. Yeah.
And you've done maybe one live performance since?
One live performance. It was my first time on stage in 4 years, actually. Yeah, I'm actually a bit of a studio nerd. I work in public access television, so most of my time is spent kind of like behind the scenes making videos, and I do a lot of recording in my apartment, but it's rare that I get the opportunity to come out and play in front of real people, so thanks for giving me this opportunity.
Well, thanks for being here. I'm really excited about it. I've heard such good things, and also got to see both your Emmy award-winning music videos, and we'll talk a bit about that a little later in the show. Do you want to start us off with a song?
Sure. Well, I've been working on this album for the last 8 years. It's kind of a big project. But I'm getting close to wrapping it up, so I'm going to try out a few of the songs from the album just to see, how they go. So this first one is called This Mirror Life, and it's sort of a tribute to the nature of real love and what it means. Child, what a crazy night that it has been. It's for the best that you won't remember anything. For once your soul is taken by the light, you can't go home again. This mirror life will let you in. Oh child, now is when the seas shall set by the rising sun. You have no fear, you have no regret, you have already won. This mirror life is your smoking gun. This mirror life, I know you don't believe, but when you do, you'll see I've fallen in and out of dream, been swallowed up by this machine. This mirror life will set me free. Oh But our souls are bonded by the ones we've lost and the pain we feel. And this mirror life is all that's real. This mirror life, I know you don't believe, but when you do, you'll see you've drifted in and out of dream, been swallowed up by this machine. This mirror life has set you free, set you free, set you free, set you free. And someday you'll find your own, I know you will, reflecting everything that it has shown, I know you will. And I'll follow you to the great unknown, you know I will. This mirror life is standing still. This mirror life, I know you don't believe, but when you do, you'll see you've drifted in and out of dream, been swallowed up by this machine. This mirror life will set you free. And someday you'll find your own, I know you will, reflecting everything that it has shown, I know you will. And I'll follow you to the great unknown, you know I will. This mirror life is standing still. This mirror life, I know you don't believe, but when you do, you'll see you've drifted in and out of dream, been swallowed up by this machine. This mirror life will set you free, set you free, set you free, set you free.
Oh, what a voice.
Thank you.
Wow, Jul3ia Richards performing for you live, and clearly soon to be one of Kauai's treasured artists. Unbelievable.
Aw,
But originally
thank
from
you.
Cape Cod?
That's right, yeah. I actually drove cross country to get here too. That was kind of a fun trip. Like I said, I moved here about a year ago, and between jobs, I took 2 weeks to drive all the way across America from Massachusetts to Long Beach to ship my car over, and I didn't take a single interstate the whole way, so it was just a fun adventure. And it was pretty much just me talking to my video camera, keeping me company in the desert. So.
And speaking of videoing, you've self-produced your own music videos?
Yeah, I'm kind of like a media nerd. I pretty much, my mission in life really is to use the media for positive change in the world, really, and to empower others to do the same.
And through humor as well.
Through humor, yeah. Well, because people respond to humor.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, I do a lot of like parody stuff, and like I've done a couple of parodies about media literacy and the internet, portable devices, and stuff.
Right.
And
well, I got to watch them today, and I was rolling. They were hilarious and very well done too, though. You know,
Thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of an After Effects nerd. I really like video and special effects.
Oh, they were so entertaining. So for folks who are listening and they want to see those videos, where can they go?
Oh, I'm pretty easy to find because of the unique way that I spell my name, which is has a silent 3 in the middle of it. So my name is spelled Jul3ia, which seems kind of ridiculous, but if you Google me, there's only one. So
Well, there you go. Good
it's
marketing.
really just a marketing stroke of genius there. It wasn't intended that way, but it did turn out that way.
So and that would be on YouTube.
It's on YouTube, yeah. I'm very easy to find, and there's a whole collection of stuff. Some of it's silly, some of it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have also a link to one of the Emmy Award-winning videos on the Kauai Live Facebook page, facebook.com/Kauai Live, and you can view one of Jul3ia's Emmy award-winning music videos right there. All right, what's up next?
Well, I have a few people who actually stayed up really late on the East Coast to listen in today. So I wanted to play a song for my best friend Gary, who's a bit of a night owl, and he's listening to this at 1-something in the morning on Cape Cod. And this is a song that I wrote for him years ago, just, as sort of an ode to my best friend. So this one goes out to you, Gary.
Is the seventh gate? I seem to be confused. There's been a mishap here. There's a little boy who has stolen the stars from the sky. And though I never really noticed them before, now I cannot avert my eyes, because the moon looks big tonight, even bigger than it was before. I think I see him smiling there, the boy who stole the stars, and he laughs and cries and sees life through our lives secretly. And sometimes he paints Wonderland just to make a bit of reason and rhyme. And he wanted to be like Salvador Dali, but he just didn't have the time. I built a spaceship that very afternoon. I took a trip to the moon, and when I saw his smiling face, I didn't know what to do. Sometimes when things get straight, everything goes askew. And just like you, I once believed that face when he said the sky was blue and the world was nothing new. And as he stands in Andy Warhol's shadow and worships David Bowie's moon, what he said was true. And he said, I want to change the way they see the world, for the better or the worse of it all. And I want to see them write my name on every bathroom stall. I followed Jesus once or twice, but I don't think I've ever seen the light. It seems like a silly place to be, but I know that Andy Warhol's looking down on me and smiling. I want to be the biggest star this world has ever seen, bigger than Marlon Brando and bigger than Jimmy Dean. And sometimes I paint Wonderland just to make a bit of reason and rhyme. And I wanted to be like Salvador Dali, but I just didn't have the time. There's been a mishap here. There's a little boy who has stolen the stars from the sky. And though I never really noticed them before, now and he laughs and cries and sees life through our lives secretly.
Jul3ia Richard performing for you live. You know, your songs are very captivating. You just want to hear what happens next.
I know, I'm kind of a storyteller.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely. I kind of work everything into parables if I can, you know. So.
Yeah. And any Leonard Cohen influence?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of Bob Dylan. And a lot of Simon and Garfunkel. I listen to and it's kind of unfortunate because I grew up in an era when Britney Spears was really popular, and American Idol, and it's too bad because really I think I was born several decades too late musically.
Yeah, you know, a lot of us tend to feel that way.
Yeah, I think so. I think that, yeah, those of us in the late 90s kind of got the shaft.
So, as we said earlier, this is your second live performance on Kauai. Are you planning on doing much live performing, or is it mostly studio?
Honestly, like I do a lot of video and a lot of recording, and you know, like I said, I'm putting these albums together. Recording is really my passion.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to perform every once in a while because otherwise nobody knows who I am. So
Right.
otherwise I have no audience. But you know, it's a real treat for me to get to perform on Kauai because I never expected that I was going to.
Okay.
So.
Now, do you have a website or a Facebook or a contact if people are interested in your music they can get to?
I do, yeah. I have a Facebook and a MySpace. Like I said, if you just type in Jul3ia, it's pretty easy to find.
Okay. Jul3ia.
Yeah, and my second album is also available on iTunes, so it can
Okay.
be found the same way.
All right. And the name of that album?
The Isosceles Vision.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's a concept album. I'm one of the only people still doing those. Yep.
Okay, let's keep it rolling.
All right. Well, let's see.
I want to thank you too for being willing to come in and play acoustic.
Oh,
I know
absolutely,
you usually
you know.
Usually plug in, don't you?
Normally, because I said I do a lot of recording, and I usually have like 50 or 60 vocal tracks backing me up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do these elaborate harmonies, and I play like 15 instruments just because I'm always available and I'm very affordable, you know. So, but I never play them at the same time, so it's kind of a treat for me to get to play guitar and sing at the same time. It brings me
right
back
on.
to my days of being a folk singer.
Yeah. Yeah. What other instruments do you play?
I play keyboard pretty comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
I also play mandolin and flute and pretty much, I mean, nothing like, I'm not groundbreakingly awesome at any of these, mind you. Like, just kind of good enough to get by. I skate through. But, you know, in compilation with everything else, it sounds great. So
yeah, fantastic.
I'm more of a composer, really, than a musician.
Do you jam? Do you sit in with jam circles?
I love to, but, you know, like, I just tend to just belt out noise. So it's new to me. The whole jamming scene is pretty new, but I really do enjoy it. It's a great form of expression.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, being a mandolin player, I think you're going to have to get in on some jams out here on,
I know.
on the island.
My mandolin, God, Pontius Pilate was alive when it was when I first got it, so it's been through the ringer a few times, but yeah, and exactly, Kauai isn't really the best for wooden instruments, as I've learned.
You know, yeah.
So.
And well, a little later too, you're going to pick up the ukulele.
That's right. Yep,
Yeah,
for
looking
one
forward to that.
tune. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. Okay. Well, this next song is. I never know exactly how to introduce it. It's pro-Jesus but anti-Christian.
Okay.
And so this song kind of upsets a lot of Christian people, unfortunately. But to me, like, I always pictured that Jesus would probably be a cool dude, you know. Like, if I would hang out with Jesus in real life.
Right.
Like, I picture him as being kind of a cool person to just sit and watch Monk with or whatever. You know? I mean, because he embodies all these characteristics that we really value in human beings. He's patient and kind and forgiving. But I think that, you know, if he were alive today, I'm always really curious to think what he would, you know, say of what we've done with the earth and what we've done in his name in the last 2,000 years and everything. And there's a part of me that really believes that he would sort of recoil at a lot of the things that have happened. So this next song is just sort of my take on, you know, what he might feel is wrong with society.
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, I know. It's not as controversial as I make it sound. All right.
often think about the way we live today. We seem so sheltered and so cold. Sometimes I wonder, what would Jesus have to say if he were here to see the world that we have sold? But I know him well, he'd simply smile at the sky. Jovial Jesus would reply, I'd like to know what makes a holy man. Why has the world bestowed this crown upon my head? There were no kings, no queens, no one who stood alone. There were no hierarchies in the words I've said. And I'd like to know what's up with holy wars. What makes a Christian better than everybody else? When all I ever said was be yourself, love yourself, and in turn you'll love everybody else. We are all precious, we are beauty in a sea of great misfortune and solitary need. What in the name of God inspired everyone to take the truth and form an arsenal of greed? Why did they feel the need to sacrifice my blood to find the meaning in the visions I have seen? When all I ever said was be yourself, love yourself, and in turn you'll love everybody else. We are all precious, we are diamonds in a black hole of excuses. I look upon myself. 'Cause all I ever said was be yourself, love yourself, and in turn you'll love everybody else.
Nice. I love the take on that. Jul3ia Richard performing for you live on Kauai Live. We are Kauai's Community Radio. We do this every Sunday, 7 to 8, featuring musicians playing live in studio. If you would like to get on board and perform, you can contact us at 826-7774 or contact the our Facebook page at facebook.com/Kauai Live. Jul3ia Richard sitting in with us up until 8 o'clock. We're almost halfway through the show. And if you'd like to search out Jul3ia's Emmy Award-winning music videos, just search Jul3ia, and that should take you to all of Jul3ia Richard's online multimedia arts.
That's right, yeah. I try to incorporate everything in there.
So the album you're working on now, you said you've been working on it for 8 years.
For the past 8 years, yeah.
And,
I'm never satisfied with it. I keep, because I listen to the stuff that I recorded 7 years ago or so, and I'm like, I could totally do better. And so I keep re-recording this stuff. It's really frustrating.
So when should we truly expect it?
By the end of the summer. It
Really?
should be done by the end of the summer. One of my big missions in moving out here was that I was basically going on sabbatical.
Okay.
I got to get away from the distraction. And
Yes, because your bio said you're retired.
I am retired. Yeah, it's funny because I have a fully like functioning day job.
Yeah.
I work 40 hours a week, but I do consider it like, I mean, I'm living, you know, in tropical paradise in the middle of the ocean, and I have a job that I love where, you know, I'm helping people to be creative every day. I work in public access television, so it's really empowering, and I get to help people with free speech and self-expression, and I get to show people how to make videos and do special effects, and it's, you know, it's really rewarding. Good work.
And here you are on community radio.
That's right. I'm a big fan of community media in general. I think we the people got to take it back, you know.
Oh, it's such a beautiful thing.
It is, absolutely.
It really is.
Absolutely.
And thanks for coming in again, sharing your arts here. And, well, does your new album have a title?
Yes, the new album is going to be called Trinity's Ascension.
Okay.
Yeah, I always have these lengthy, long-winded titles.
Titles that make you think.
Yeah, you know, I'm very Tolkien in my ways. Like, I have this elaborate, like, world that I've created with all these characters. And, you know, it's just a bunch of parables really put together. And it's pretty, you know, when you listen to it, it's a lot more concise and it makes sense. But when I try to explain it, it always sounds a little funny.
Okay. Are we going to hear any of the tunes that won your music video awards?
Sure, yeah. Well, like I said, they're a little silly.
I love the humor behind them.
Yeah, you know. So this first one is it's called Reality TV, and it was a song that I kind of wrote as a joke to begin with, because it was around that time when like Joe Millionaire was on.
Oh yeah.
And, like, an American Idol had just started. It was season 1, and like everything seemed like such a big spectacle, and like I seemed to be the only one around me that was really seeing that all this reality television was basically like McDonald's of TV.
Yes.
Like, it's just this fast, easy to produce stuff, and like it was just grossing millions because people were just consuming it without even thinking. And, you know, like I said, I've always been, you know, like a big advocate of media literacy. So I wrote the song sort of as like a ha, this is, you know, reality television's kind of silly. And like it was just meant to point out all the sort of silliness about it. And then I made the video that went along with it, and it was designed to look like, you know, a fake channel. I made a whole fake channel with like a branding and everything. And
it was hilarious.
It was called Junk TV, and their little logo was like some French fries or whatever. Yeah, and the whole thing was just meant to be fun and silly. And then it started winning like a lot of local awards, and like I was so floored because I'd never won anything in my life. So I was like, wow, I'm winning stuff. This is so cool. What else can I enter in? And I was looking through the internet at like different contests that I could enter in just to see. And then I came across the Emmys, and I was like, oh, that would be really funny, you know. But then I was like, wait a minute, like, as I was reading the rules and the bylaws and everything on the webpage, it didn't say anything that like public access producers couldn't submit something. It just said it had to air on a television station, and it had aired on the local access television station. So I was like, I found a loophole. So I submitted, and like I didn't think in a million years. I didn't tell anyone because I figured people were gonna be like, yeah, right, you know. But then it got nominated, and I thought it was a typo. And I was like, they couldn't have possibly really nominated it. And then, and when I went that year, it was great because I was the only one from public access there. I was surrounded by all these like, network people, and you know, I was up against people who had big budgets, and here I was, just some schmo on the street that had come in with a $0 budget production that I had done essentially in like a basement. Right. You know? And you won. And I won, and it was unbelievable. It was just the coolest thing ever, and it was really empowering because I teach classes in media production as well, and so all my students were like, wow, you produced that here with this equipment, and I'm like, yeah, if I can do it, you can do it. And it was like a really positive, powerful thing for people in access everywhere, really. And then you did it again. And then I did it again the next year, you know. Yeah, and you won again. Everyone said it was a fluke, so I was like, I had to prove them. Well, way to infiltrate the system. Yeah, exactly. So now access people can, you know, submit to these things. It's great. So this first song is called Reality TV, and you'll see, it's not really serious. MacDonald had a farm, and on that farm Miss Hilton broke the tractor. Next week she's gonna paint the fence. Oh, and in this world this somehow all makes perfect sense. All of this simple
1, 2, 3. Whoa, I'm trapped inside. I'm trapped inside. Reality TV. Look at this ad for Pepsi One. Somehow it makes the soft drink much more fun. I need to have one in my hand. Oh, I never knew a drink could make me feel so grand. 12 girls and a nerdy guy. The girls are all expecting to be paid. It seems $1,000,000 is enough to get him laid. I need a few drinks in me too. Oh, but did we believe that they'd get married and live happily now or later? No matter what happens now, next week we'll see them in the tabloid papers. No one can help me now. I'm stuck here in reality TV. The cable's on, my mind is gone, and 1, 2, 3. Whoa, I'm trapped inside. I'm trapped inside. Reality TV. They seem to play the same clip over and over and over. This needs to stop. I just can't take it anymore. No one can help me now. I'm stuck here in reality TV. I'm trapped inside. I cannot hide. Please set me free. Whoa, my mind is fried. I'm trapped inside. Reality TV.
Good stuff. Good stuff. That was Jul3ia Richard performing her award-winning tune there, Reality TV, and you won, of course, for the self-produced music video, and that can be searched on YouTube. Type in Jul3ia.
That's right,
Yeah.
Jul3ia. Yeah, I actually did that myself. That wasn't my parents, although I do typically say that my mom put it in there. I say my parents were hippies, but it's not true. It's just a quick, easy way out. I don't have to explain it that way. It was my own doing, and I'm sure that my mom, who's listening right now, is going to be very happy to know that I didn't publicly give her the blame for this one. But like I said, it is a marketing stroke of genius.
Wow, Mom's listening right now too on the East Coast.
On the East Coast, if she managed to stay awake. She said she was going to try, but
that's late.
Yeah, it's like a 1-something in the morning there.
Yeah, must be.
So, yep. All right. Well, let's see. This next song. This next song is a song from my second album, and it's never been done acoustically before, so I can't guarantee the result, but it should be at least interesting. And this is a song about the same robot character who was born with a modem in his brain and who could download all things at the speed of thought, which is basically the speed of existence. So there was nothing that he doesn't know. Really.
The speed of existence.
Speed of existence.
I like that.
Like immediately, as soon as he has the question, it's already answered. Like he's basically got Wikipedia in his brain, but an accurate Wikipedia, so not Wikipedia, but something like that. He has all human knowledge in his brain already, so it's just kind of like an interesting. What would it be like to know everything? Like he would be a tortured soul. So this is sort of his little tribute song here. It's called Calaris and the Big Question.
This was many moons ago. anything like you. With all your questions, now you'll tend not to agree. But humanity, the world has conquered me. Some say that for a stranger I am strange beyond the stretch of non-reality. But I am gravity, and I am pulling from the outer rim of time. I'm fine, but can't you see this will be the end of the collective we? Clarence knows not what he sees. I hold the world, I have the answers. I lack impurity, and these little questions have never bothered me. I hold the world in my pocket, on my shoulders. I reserve myself to give. I live the life I have brought myself to live. But what I wouldn't give to live the human dream. I'm so desensitized from life in this machine. We've all been hypnotized and overanalyzed. I've scandalized my destiny, but the rest of me is free. This little microchip, my mark of industry. Oh, industry, you've taken over me. Some say that for a stranger I am strange beyond the stretch of non-reality. But I am gravity, and I am pulling from the outer rim of time. I'm fine, but can't you see this will be the end of the collective we? Clarence knows not what he sees. I can tell you anything you need. I have the answers. It's the questions that I seek.
Yeah, powerful song. Wow, I love the climaxes in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really felt that one. So 20 minutes till the top of the hour here. Coming up at 8 o'clock, Willie Judah's Rastafari Reggae Showcase. Do stick around for that. You are listening to Jul3ia Richard performing for you live in studio. Her second live performance on Kauai. We're very privileged to have you in the studio tonight. Thanks again.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
And it's going to be a rare occurrence, your live performances.
Well, I mean, I'm very shy.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to get out in front of people, but, it is enjoyable. Once I do it, I'm always glad for it.
Okay, so if you're listening and you want to contact Jul3ia Richard, you can get hold of her through Facebook or MySpace and just type in Jul3ia.
That's right.
All right. And, of course, your second album available on iTunes?
Mm-hmm. Yep, same thing. Just type in Jul3ia. And
Okay.
Pretty easy to find me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And the name of that album again?
The Isosceles Vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And actually, this next song is a song off of that album as well. This is actually a song, embarrassingly enough. This was a song that I wrote for a high school history project.
Oh, really?
But it's actually about World War II Germany. And it ties in really well, I think, with a lot of the stuff that goes on a smaller scale in people's personal lives today. And it's really just about taking responsibility for your own action and claiming things as your own if you want to make the world a better place. Because too many people sort of pass off their responsibility, and that's why things kind of pile up. So.
Okay.
That's what this song is about.
Facades counting for me, another round. I am the voice of wisdom, but who will hear it? Not the king, certainly not the peasants, for they have gone to the mound. I am not the sinless one, surreal perhaps in ideals, but holy in the sound. Try though they may, they are far from mind. Hold me the hostage I may find, for everyone else is gone underground. Help me, help him, help me. One man died, one man watched, one man laid him down to rest. Love me, love him, love me. One man fled as he cast his shadows and agitated the demons. I urge you to stay, to see this all, to say it was your own. This is not my own, he said. This is not my own. Turn the truth around, high almighty man of grace and arms. For is it not your army throwing sand into the fertile ground? Ignorance, innocence, shame hides behind its mama, hoping for that canvas spotlight. Innocence escapes us, the truth prevails and rapes us. Land and sky will enclose you. Every morning is a red morning, wrapped in strands of fist and sky. Oh, you say we're savages, but war of lightning belongs to never mind Neanderthals.
As you can see, I don't play these songs very often.
Oh, it's the beauty of live radio. It makes it real.
Yeah, that's right. Gotta love live.
Oh, so you're picking up your ukulele now. That's
Picking up
exciting.
ukulele.
Yeah. Now, did you play that before you got to Hawaii?
Honestly, no, and I still don't really. It's not my strongest instrument by any means. I really just get by pretending it's a tiny guitar.
Okay.
But it is kind of fun. It does have like a bit more of a mellow feel to it. So,
Mm-hmm.
this next song is well, it's sort of my it's my Imagine. If I have to,
Okay.
yeah, it's my like world peace kind of song. That's it's my plan for how to make the world a better place, really. And it's all about. It starts with searching inside yourself and being less harsh and judgmental towards yourself, and then it escalates out towards the rest of the world.
Okay.
And being less discriminatory towards others, but starting with self-forgiveness. And this is a song that I wrote back in 2004, and it's called It's Time.
I had a dream about this song. I wrote the words, but everybody sang along. And in the street I could hear the marching feet of mankind. The earth stood suffered is but a shadow of the torment and strife. And there were days when you thought there was no way to go on. And on those days you knew your spirit was gone. But I recognize the pain, for we all have felt the same. And once or twice the weight of the world has broken me. But can't you see that we create reality? And it's time to rise up, to sing a new song. It's time to believe and it's time to move on. It's time to change your world today, today. And self-destruction is not the way, not the way. I had a dream about the world. In just one moment, all the hatred and the anger unfurled. And everywhere you turned, there was forgiveness and respect and rebirth. There were no colors, only brothers on earth. But the truth is so plain, we are the same. Oh, we all should be ashamed. This problem would be gone if we just realized we are one. And it's time to rise up, to sing a new song. It's time to believe and it's time to move on. It's time to change your world today, today. And persecution is not the way. It's time to find another way. Rise above the hatred and the pain will go away. It's time to change our world today. And I wish that the world could hear this song, 'cause we've been destroying ourselves for too long. Oh, we could change that all right now if we choose. Oh, brother, tell me, what have we to lose?
Oh, beautiful.
I have kind of a junk ukulele, so it doesn't stay in tune very well. Anyone that's really particular out there.
Well, it's a good one to take to the beach.
Ah, yeah.
8 minutes till the top of the hour. You are listening to Jul3ia Richard performing for you live here in studio. And coming up in, at the top of the hour, Willie Judah's Rastafari Reggae Showcase.
Speaking of Willie Judah,
Mm-hmm.
I think I am actually going to close with a Burning Bush cover, because anybody
Really?
that knows me knows that I am a huge Burning Bush reggae fan. And so I did this cover of one of Willie's songs, and it's all a cappella, so
Okay.
it's basically backed by, like 50 or 60 vocal tracks. Because there's no way that I could ever do what those guys do. They're just amazing, talented musicians. So this is at least my rendition of one of Willie's songs. Okay.
All right, and we're accessing your backing tracks right now.
Yeah, we're getting the backup band ready.
Okay.
talking about love. Love is what we need. Love, talking about true love. Love is what we need. Teach the youth some education. One day they will rule and lead our nation, our nation. I said, teach them right, don't teach them wrong. Yeah, one day they will rule and lead our nation, our nation. I said, love, talking about love. Love is what we need. Not the color of your skin. Oh no, make the gates of Zion open. I said open. I said, harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Yeah. Let's come together, we are all one family. Family, we want love. Lord, yes, it's coming from above. Rasta one, no push, Rasta one, no shove. Yeah, talk about love, yes, and unity. Yes, we come together, we are one family. We want love. Lord, yes, it's coming from above. Rasta one, no push, Rasta one, no shove. Yeah, talk about love, yes, and unity. Yes, we come together, we are one family. We want love, 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 love. Love, love is what we need.
All right, that was awesome.
Again, big shout out to Willie Judah and the Burning Bush Reggae Band. Those guys are awesome.
That's the first time we've had a Burning Bush cover on Kauai Live.
Well,
Awesome.
it's about time,
Yeah,
I
there
say.
you go. So you just listened to Jul3ia Richard, and all those backing tracks, you recorded all those. That was all you, yeah?
Oh, yeah. In fact, that was my very first attempt at doing vocal percussion, and I was pretty pleased with how it turned out.
Yeah, that was impressive.
I listened to a lot of like a cappella college groups and stuff. In fact, back home there was a group called Hyannis Sound that I always wanted to be a part of, but they were boys only. So this was, kind of my answer.
Hyannis Sound?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. So we got a couple of minutes left. Do you want to play a final song? Or
Sure, let's see.
you haven't done what was that other one? LOL?
Oh, geez. I couldn't even come close to remembering the lyrics to that one right now. Okay. Well, here's a song that I wrote about 7 or 8 years ago. It's kind of a personal favorite of mine. So, let's see.
All right, let me just take this moment to say again, thanks, Jul3ia, for coming in.
Oh, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
For those of you who want to find out more about Jul3ia online, Jul3ia. Just type that in and you'll get all the info you need. Thanks
right.
again.
Thank you.
Iris, Cupid, pools of lightning, crystals dance around me like 1,000 circles in the air. dragonfly, the beauty, spread your wings and fly away. I see diamonds in your hair. And what all heaven's splendor seeks to find, a better sage than this who blinks and gives the earth to me. Iris Cupid, you may find that I'm in love with you, and time is 2 times longer than it seems. For 3 long years I've waited here to watch the moon wade in the water. Now it's shining silver blue. And when the towers fall, your words make new. I'll sit upon my cloud and watch the moonbeams dance for you. Iris Cupid, I see pearls of wisdom falling from your open fingers, falling back to sea. I stand before me at the doorway to your wandered mind and stare back at the life inside of me. All the diamonds in the world, all the treasures in the deep, stand in shame when they compare to the empty box of wishes at my bedside, answered by the rings of hazel in your stare. Iris Cupid, pools of lightning, crystals dance around me like 1,000 circles in the air. Thanks, Kauai.
Good job.
Busted doing your cover.
That was awesome. No, it was sick. I was hoping you were gonna play the guitar to it. I was like,
I can't. I think it would just be
oh,
so
come
weird.
on.
I could have, I guess. I could have.
Yeah, you could have.
Whew, my voice is shot.
You're in tune to KKCR Hanalei, KAQA Kilauea, your Kauai Community Radio station right here. 90.9 Hanalei, 92.7 Anahola and Molua'a. We're island-wide right here. 91.9 FM, streaming live across the earth, www.kkcr.org.
Thank God it's over.
I want to say a huge mahalo to all the listeners out there.